Hello everyone, we are back with another Sims 4 build. I did not include the building of the actual house in this. It was very hodgepodgey. And you can see I did a lot of messing around with the kitchen here. Now I am still not feeling quite well. So this I shortened it as much as I could to make this easier on me. It's under 23 minutes. I did this with on a Skype call, sharing it with Studio Eden, and she helped with a lot of the design and the build work, and actually so did her mother with the kitchen, because her mother came in and decided to look at things and weigh in, and honestly, she did a fabulous job, and I'm super pleased with that. So there was a lot of help with this particular build. This is one of my favorites. It is the Garden Artist, and I've based this and the sim that lives in this house on a friend of mine from college. Her name is Tori. Very artistic girl, very sweet, very just awesome. She's really cool, she's really fun and outgoing, and honestly, she is just one of my favorite people. I'm adding my cheats here. I've had this for a while, just sitting in reserve, so I got very sick after my move. I'm still kind of dealing with being ill. I do have my tea here, which I'm actually going to take a sip of, so please give me a moment. Oh, I'm trying to do this without sounding like a frog. I had a really cool vision for the wall in this place, in the bathroom. I really wanted to do the a street art theme to it with a lot of graffiti and things of that nature, and I wish those could be made smaller. Because I really wanted to give this the notion, it's like she took over this place and it's real hodgepodge. A lot of the pieces, the decor, the furniture, they're all thrift store finds, and she's just revamping them, redoing them, and making them her own. And I ended up cheating here and giving her more money, because I really wanted to keep going with the money theme here and the general stuff. So I just kept, I just gave her more money because there was more things I wanted to do. I really love that little space under the stairs. I love the staircase, even though it's like a death trap. I did a lot of random things here. I moved things just about everywhere. I love the move objects cheat, so I just put some random stuff on top of the fridge. Her boots under the staircase. I finally fixed the spacing there. But yeah, the kitchen is kind of blue and yellow and white. And you'll see the blue here and there. It's on the random pieces, the decor pieces. Unfortunately, she has no choice but to put things over the windows. And that window would get super, super greasy being behind the stove, but there's really not much of a choice there. I did what I could to kind of hide the seams. They don't exactly mesh up, regrettably, but that is what it is. And I really love that plant, and I did a lot of different things with that plant. I think what I ended up doing was throwing the TV on there. Yeah, I got one that sat on there. I love the different things I was able to put in here. Layering the flowers is something I did a lot in The Sims 3, and I think it works well in The Sims 4 as well. Yeah, I wanted to put a funky plant light in there, and I think that one works really well. Yeah, I had to move the plants out of the way. That made it a much more intimate space. It's much lighter, but it is really cool, and I am super pleased with the way this turned out. Regrettably, the carpeting didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but I like the two-tonal thing that I did there. And Studio Eden was along the ride for the whole thing. For 99% of the decorating, we had a girl chat and went over all of this. And you'll note that there are no windows in this place. I did not notice that until much later. You'll see that I do put them in. There are windows. actually trying to see where my, there's where my cursor is. The way I record these is I have this open in my editing program, and then I just hit play, and I hit record on my Cool Edit Pro, my voice recorder, and, yeah, I just kind of go with it. I love the carpeting there. I do that a lot myself when I actually have the extra carpeting. So I will layer them and things like that. If I could put this house in real life, I would. There's no storage, so there would be some things I would change about it. But otherwise, I would live in this house. The whole thing, whole 9 yards. Even though the staircase has no railing. Okay, I'd have to put that in because I'm a klutz. But I love it. I love the little pig. I love the little decor items I put in. I just love this place. Now, I tried here with those end tables to sort of make a custom piece here, and it looked actually really cool. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm kind of wondering why I didn't keep it, because I love it. But I didn't. I went with something else. I threw the crate there instead. This is sort of the starving artist household. I think I did do I did do buy debug to put some random items out there, just some of the debug things. There are some things she's gonna end up putting away, like I put a cup out there and a book that she'll end up putting away. I really love some of the lighting. I wish I could have kept that there because it's really awesome, but it just took up the whole place. So I think I ended up putting, I put that there with the blue. Or no, I changed it to green. Never mind. I tried to keep it, for the most part, monochromatic in most places, or at least in keeping with the color theme. So I tried to keep with it. And I tried to keep something nice there. I mean, not something nice, a carpet for a good chunk of the place. Regrettably, that didn't work out. Yep, I kept the blue going with the lighting there. No, I don't remember what I put in here, guys. It's been so freaking long. I actually cannot remember the lighting I put in there. Oh, I did my custom chandelier. And, yep, I made them 2 different colors. Like I said, I actually recorded this before I left. Oh, maybe I didn't say that. I recorded this before I left for Tennessee. I left Pennsylvania in the end of May. It was around it was before Memorial Day. So, I just tucked her bed in the corner there. And I love the Starry Night one. And that was by Debug. And I put a bunch of easels in here. Like I said, she's an artist, so she's got a whole bunch. Now, this was something I saw a different simmer use. Delegacy. She put the dance floor as sort of a way to mimic protecting the floor of your house or wherever your easel is with the paint and things on it, and I thought that looked awesome. Now, I don't know how it will play in game. It might be horrific. It might not be. It might be terrible. It might be just fine. And I did a whole bunch of plants out here. Again, this is something I took from, was it Deligracy or was it, it wasn't Deligracy, it was Mouse. When she did one of her builds, she put a whole bunch of plants out like this, little pot plants. If you're Australian, they call them pot plants. And both Deligracy and Mouse are Australian. They are simmers that I watch. And I took a lot of inspiration from some of their builds for this, which I just thought was really cool. You know, they did a lot of great stuff. And, one of my favorite things is to layer like that. I love it. I'm not particularly good at it yet. As you can see, I'm having a hard time with the placement, but I think it worked out okay. I love that plant from, I think that was the movie Hangout set. A lot of things I use are from the movie Hangout set because I really like them. I just changed up some colors. I wanted to make it very green and very lush. Because I was still very much at the time missing the farm that I grew up on and all the green spaces. Now, my friend actually that I'm staying with here in Tennessee has a 3-acre plot, and so I'm able to be outside. I'm able to, get the dirt under my nails and that sort of thing, and garden. And a friend of mine actually showed me the community gardens out here. Yeah. there's just community, you know, plants and planting. I can do whatever I feel so inclined, fruits and vegetables and that sort of thing. If I want to grow flowers, I can, although I really feel like I would get potted plants for here, and just grow fruits and vegetables out in the other place. But I have to get on that fairly soon. But I did get a job offer. Yay! I got two, actually. Well, I got two phone interviews. One seems like it's going to be a legitimate offer. It's just at Target. It's just a basic, can I pay my bills with this job? But so far so good there. I'm thoroughly pleased with that notion. Really glad that I can get a job there. So I did leave my job at Icon Clinical Research. I did do CRO for a while, and that is a clinical research organization. They contract with pharmaceutical companies to develop and test various pharmaceuticals. Lots of pharmaceuticals. And you have to read a lot, at least for my job, you had to read a lot of the serious adverse events. And that's basically when things go wrong on study with drug interactions and things of that nature. And it's a lot of human suffering. And I couldn't handle it anymore. Now, if I had to go back to it, I would. I'm not certain I'd like it, but if I have to, I will. Because that's life, and I need to pay my bills. Not to be melodramatic or anything, but I do need to pay my bills. So, there's that, and enough of that, no big deal. I did a green roof as well, as you can see here. I had a lot of fun with this. Sorry, I needed another swallow of tea. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this, with the various plants. I kept giving her more money, and so that I could just do as I wanted with this instead of sticking within the budget like I did for the other houses. And yeah, I fixed the roof so that you could see the green roof. What I did was I put a really big border around it, and I really like how it looks on the whole house. And you can see here, it's just a little 2-story, 1-bedroom. It's not quite starter home because it's very expensive. And here is where I notice I have no windows. So I start windowing. And I want to keep the theme, the arch theme, from the door, and that it's very gypsy, and I love it. So I just started putting windows in, and I figured I'd go in and redo the decor. And I had move objects on, so there was a window that is actually inside the bathroom, in like the worst spot ever. So yeah, I rearranged some things, because I love the artwork, and I feel like as an artist, she would have kept a lot of artwork around everything, and I didn't want to move the windows or anything, because they looked really good on the outside. And I actually think I get rid of that. No, I do get... What do I do? Oh, I got rid of that window. I think. I eventually figured it out, as you can see here. And I put these curtains. I love these curtains. If I could do these curtains in real life, I would. I had a lot of trouble with the turning on this thing. I ended up flipping the house a lot, like just turning one of the rooms. But eventually, I do fix that up, and I put a neat little piece of artwork over here. I think what I choose is one of the statues. Yeah, I do. I gotta go through a couple of things just to figure out what I want to put there, and I eventually go with, I think it's the ballerina. Yep, I put the little ballerina down there. And I probably should have put a chair or something, But I get really fun with the creative lighting. Putting it over the statuary and things like that instead of, on table sides and things like that. There are screenshots. I have a whole bunch of the outside and everything like that. You can see I added some more things. I do fix that. Yeah, I put that one in instead. And it fits neatly right there. So I do mess with the artwork quite a bit. Yep, I end up putting more things there. And I think I end up putting more artwork on the walls. Yeah, I do end up putting more artwork on the walls. And I put the tea container there. It's sort of like it's a little shelf unit. You can get them at Walmart and things like that. They're just these short 3-shelving units. They're usually bookcases, but I figured she'd use it for storage in the kitchen instead. And I just put more artwork on the walls. Because I can! There's all the artwork ever. And I ended up putting a towel in there. I'm basically using that towel as if it were a dish rack, or a dish rag, her drying towel. And I end up putting more plants in here, because you can't have enough plants. And I wanted to sort of hide the top of it with more potted plants, and that's what I end up going with. Not that one, because it doesn't quite work out, but I wanted to put it as if she had, like, herbs and things in there, but she couldn't quite fit them in the kitchen. So, oh, this was fun. This was super fun to mess with. I eventually get them so that they look decent. It was really hard to do. And to get it to look like they weren't floating. And I think that's I ended up moving the shelf instead of the plants. It worked out easier that way. And I do put some of my favorite artwork, the fruit and the things like that up there. So, it was fun. I had a great deal of fun with this whole thing. And, like I said, the inside was great. I really do up the, curtains and the coloring and things of that nature. And I figured out after why my artwork was turning the way it was. That's because that half wall counts as a whole wall on, for whatever reason, on their routing. So the artwork turned because it wanted to be on that wall, but that wall was too short for it to actually show up on. So yeah, it was a pain in the ass. Pardon my French, but it was a pain in the ass. But I eventually got it fairly decent. And it worked. It worked. I made it work. I got very frustrated with that, but I made it work. I don't think I actually put something over that window. I think I just leave it as is. I was playing with the curtaining and things, like, to try to... Oh, tell me okay, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I think I just leave that as is. And then they just have to deal with it. Yeah, she just has to deal with the fact that her bathroom has no window. Yep, I go with that one. In there. And I changed it because I realized where the, plants were in relation to it, and that didn't work out right. Okay. No, I kept it streamlined through everything, and Yep, I did do that. Okay. Could not remember. Sorry, guys. I really did, do quite a number of different things with this. So, on the outside, then, I have fun with the landscaping. And I really do have fun with the landscaping. I don't put that tree out there. I don't think I do. I put a couple of trees out there. But I wanted to make them kind of match the area she's in. And I put a pond in. Sorry, I needed more tea. We're nearly at the end of this, and I'm fortunate that we're nearly at the end of this, because I don't know how much longer my throat will last. I'm trying for you guys, I really am. Oh, so sorry. I'll try to make that softer when I edit. At any rate, I really wanted to get this out for you guys, so I had a lot of fun with this pond. I cover it with rocks. No, I really do cover it with rocks, and the landscaping, and flowers. I had a boatload of fun with this. I think I enjoyed this almost as much as I did doing the inside of the house. And I used all sorts of different rock terrain and flower terrain types for underneath plants and things, and just going around and adding dirt to the side of the house so it doesn't look quite as fluffy, quite as perfect. So, you know, you've got your dirt right against your house and things like that, and different terrain paints and things. I think I add a chair outside eventually. I hope I do. I made it a little lighter there, and add stuff underneath that tree, add more plants, because you can never have too many flowers. You can never have too many flowers. And I put more of the, it looks like lupine, or, lavender. But I love, like, the purple cone flowers that they got going on there. And there is a plant that looks similar to that in, at least up in Pennsylvania. It's this short purple cone flowers. And I actually don't know what the real name for them are. I call them purple cone flowers, because that's what my aunt called them. And, yeah, that's actual lavender in-game, which is a little darker than the purple flowers that they have going on there, which I never quite understood, because they look to be the same. So, yeah, putting more wildflowers in. I really love the flower expansions that they put in from Outdoor Retreat. And I use them pretty heavily, as you, I'm sure, noticed. But yet she was a gardener, so I decided to continue that theme all over. Really all over. Yeah, I just kept adding purple flowers. I was going with I wanted to make it fairly monochromatic. I didn't want to add 7 million types of flowers to this thing, because I already had a lot going. I just put in some, I wasn't sure what rock I wanted to throw out there. I think that's the one I went with. Or is it that one? Oh, I have no idea. Okay, that's the one I went with. And went with a rock path around the house, down to the garden, down to a little seating area, to the pond and everything. Yep, I do throw in a little chair, little nice stone chair, and I think I throw in a grill. I hope I throw in a grill. I may just made that a little smaller. I really should have thrown in a grill in retrospect. Do you ever do that when you're building and things like that, and you look back on it and you go, oh hey, I could have done more to this. I so could have done more. Oh yeah, I didn't have a trash bin. Whoops! Here are my screenshots of my lovely garden artist house. I hope this does Tori justice from college. I think she would have loved it. I think she would love to live there. I think she probably would also take the green off the roof. All the plants and things. But that's okay. This is awesome. I love my screenshots. Thank you guys so much for sticking through it with me and with my voice the way it is. I love you all loads. This is another build for the town around my asylum challenge. Tori's one of the residents, and I believe I actually did name the sim Tori for kicks, because why not? Why not? Yeah, I was really pleased with that. And here's her bedroom with the lighting and all of that, and I love it. I really do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for putting up with me, and look forward for more content. God, I really love this house. Pardon, but I really do love this house. So, oh, so pretty. Even though the walls are plain, there's so much artwork and fun things going on here. You can see I switched up the lighting there. So, yeah, I took a boatload of screenshots because I was really, really happy with this whole thing. But we are on the last one right now, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!